Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ben. Basically, I'm making this video because I'm not sure if I've talked about it before, but a couple of years ago, I think it was, I was sectioned under the Mental Health Act, and if you're American, being sectioned in the UK basically means being detained in a psychiatric unit within a hospital usually, or there are also psychiatric units which are on their own in different parts of the country. I live in the far southwest of England, in the second farthest southwesterly county called Devon, and the only county further southwest than me is Cornwall, where I used to live in North Cornwall near Bude. And well, basically I was sectioned because I had 11 grand mal seizures in a row, and this occurred due to me cold turkey and my methadone and also my diazepam, of which I was on 30 milligrams of diazepam, plus I was buying blues online along with Xanax and lots of clonazepam as well, and lorazepam, also known as Ativan in the United States, and as well as those drugs, I was buying oxys on the internet as well, and I was also prescribed them up until about 3-4 years ago when I was taken off them and then put on more methadone. Although but before I was prescribed oxycodone hydrochloride, which is the trade name for the trade name basically, and OxyContin is a generic name for a specific type of time release pill, and in America they only have OPs. Oxycontin are ones that you can't break the time release with, and there is no known way to break the time release on oxycontins, but the OC oxycontins, the original ones, are easy to break the time release because you just remove the outer coating, and then you can crush it up with the back of a dessert spoon and then make lines of it using a credit debit card type bit of cardboard, and then make a toot using a £5 note, roll it up and then sniff lines of it basically. And it doesn't take much to get you high if you don't have a tolerance to opioids or opiates. Anyway, during the 7 months I was sectioned, it started off as just 1 month, the month of February, and obviously February has 3 weeks in it, so it was a fairly easy first month. And after that I had the bad news which was told to me, and I was told that I would have to be detained for a further half a year, so 6 months more I was sectioned for. And most of the time it wasn't too bad. I would just talk to the other people living in the hospital. I'd talk to the nurses, support workers and other healthcare professionals working in North Devon District Hospital, Barnstable, and also I spent quite a lot of time in my room listening to music on my laptop and just going on YouTube and making videos like I'm doing at the moment basically, and talking to my mates on Facebook Messenger and Facebook app of course as well. But yeah, I was released, or as they say, it's a word, I can't even remember what they call it now, but I was let out of hospital and I was no longer sectioned, and they didn't give me a CTO. CTO means community treatment order. They didn't even give me one of these, so it made my life easier when I got out. I didn't have to comply to any kind of regulations or anything to stipulate that if I did drugs I would be forced to be sectioned once again, but there is nothing legally binding to obligate myself in this manner, so I won't get sectioned if I did drugs again. But I haven't used Class A drugs since I think it was January of last year, and well, class A drugs, but I have smoked a bit of ordinary cannabis since then in the last month or two, but I don't make a habit of it because I think it'll just make my mental health worse in the long run. And I already have paranoid schizophrenia and severe anxiety and also paranoia from, well, doing quite a few drugs and withdrawal from drugs as well. I may sound quite calm, but I'm not really. It's quite bad sometimes when I go out and people are around me. I get very anxious to the point that I can't even speak properly, and forming sentences is quite difficult. And I always, see, I did it then. I almost always place words in the wrong place, so it sounds like I'm talking about something completely different to what I am trying to say, and I get misunderstood quite a lot because of this. But yeah, my time in hospital, 7 months, was not too bad, other than the times I was placed in isolation, also known as segregation, which is basically a room with a very thin mattress on the floor, and we had a toilet in it near to the perspex window where HCP healthcare professionals would constantly monitor me in the room, and there was also a basin, aka sink, to wash your hands and get water if you needed a drink. And well, that's basically it, a concrete floor and a massive door with a massive bolt on it, and the perspex window. Oh yeah, and also a little speaker thing so I could communicate with the people the other side of the perspex window if I needed to eat or have a drink. And they'd bring me cups of tea and coffee sometimes as well as my 3 meals a day, which was quite nice really. Didn't have to make any food for 7 months, and but I didn't have the luxury of being able to go outside for a cigarette, which was one of the most annoying things altogether in the entire 7 months of being sectioned, in my opinion. And I was also taken off diazepam, 30 milligram, 6 yellows a day, 7.5 milligrams of zopiclone, aka Imivane, and third drug I was taken off in 2 days flat was 800 milligrams of pregabalin, aka Lyrica, in the United States of America. And it was absolute hell when I was cold turkey, when those 3 physically addictive, in my opinion, drugs were cold turkeyed by a random doctor in the hospital. And I'd been on the 2, one benzo and one Z drug, for about 15 or 16 years at that stage, since 2004, for everyday use. Because when I was first prescribed them, I had no idea what a benzo was really, or a Z drug. And pregabalin was latest prescribed in the early 2010, 2011, 12, somewhere around that kind of era. And yeah, pregabalin helped me quite a lot with my anxiety, and also helped with my sleep. And I know it's really addictive, but I might go back on it. I might try and ask my GP if I can have a low dose of pregabalin to help me relax a little bit and get more sleep, because my sleep pattern is really erratic and it's really quite all over the place at the moment. So yeah, that's one thing I'm going to do very soon. So yeah, I would like to end this video now. But if you have any questions at all or comments, please simply comment below and I'll reply as soon as I can. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all have a very nice day. Thanks for watching. Cheers for now. Bye.